Excuse me, in case you forgot what happened on last time, high anxiety, low initiative.
Arby, the warmth that only Broncala can bring to you comes upon you. I have chosen you as my champion, and there is no greater act of good that you can do in this moment than saving the rest of Kryn from this evil.
The spirit shroud gauntlets come up on his arms again. This time they manifest a little bit more, and you're able to see like arms going into torso. When he starts making his attacks, it is the spirits of his brothers, Artie and Denny.
And he's going to cast Summon Fae.
And a form begins to summon and manifest and
My name is Bucky.
Guys, do you see this?
What the fuck? Ah, Bucky!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Jump on the dragon!
Bucky looks at Eugene. Bucky looks at the dragon. He goes, oh, well, we were.
Oh my god.
He goes for the dragon.
Alfie's gonna, and he's gonna stand up, and he's gonna stretch. Alfie's gonna walk over here next to the stunned Eugene, pat him on the shoulder, and then cast Globe of Invulnerability around the two of them. Alfie is going to cast Finger of Death.
Speaking of which,
Oh shit!
can I
No.
pick Reggie up, throw him, run up, do my attacks? Heloisa's going to wipe the mix of Tarkisis's blood and her own blood off of her face and say, I've taken shits that hurt worse than you.
So he starts to hit the head towards the other heads to start barreling into them. And just the impact from one head to another, it's like a Newton's cradle.
you watch as she falls from the sky, slams into the ground, and pillars of chromatic light begin to shoot up into the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. As these pillars of light shoot up and the constellation of Tarkisas reforms, and then you watch again as it peels itself out of the sky, but a being made of energy. And again, you hear the 5 voices. I will not be defeated by the likes of you. I am the god Tarkisas, the ruler of this land. As the divine essence of Tarkisas has coalesced in front of you, forming a starry and radiant version of herself, this is all that remains of the god that is Tarkisas. As she comes before you lands, everyone gets one action they can take prior to the start of the next round of combat. And I will start with Alfie.
Wish. Everyone goes up to full HP.
Hey, yo.
I love how that's what you used your 9th level spell slot on.
Well, keeping everyone alive is one of Alfie's big goals for becoming a lich, apart from keeping himself forever alive.
Is this just HP?
This is just HP
Okay.
all the way back up to max.
That doesn't override any temp hit points, right?
It does not, no.
Shouldn't.
You do sound very disappointed, though, with that.
Hmm?
You sound a little disappointed that it's just maximum hit points.
No, I'm just confirming, making sure no one accidentally hits the long rest button.
Yeah, I mean, I almost did that.
Because
so.
some of
It
us
was a
now
good
have to
question.
do math to add back up.
Yeah, so then I was like, well, shit, I have to do math. So
I mean,
got
I
out
would
my
just
calculator, did my math.
I would just do 1,000 in heal and hit heal on D&D Beyond, and it just takes you up to max.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
Me neither.
So, Alfie has reset everyone to full hit points. Who's next?
I will say for Eugene's action, he's holding the wand in his hands and he's just like angrily staring at it because it didn't do what he wanted it to.
Okay.
Can I do a bonus action instead?
Yeah, you can take one thing, yeah.
Hey, Reggie.
Reggie is on the floor, starfished.
Well, when you get back up, take 17 temporary hit points.
You hear him start trying to get up, and everything starts popping.
RB, for his bolstering rally cry, goes, "Ooh, that sounded like a good one."
My leg! My back!
Your cloaca.
Your cloaca and your temporary HP.
The temporary HP is a cloaca forms.
No.
Okay. So
My next Divine Smite's going to Reggie.
I'm holding you to that. What are you gonna do, Heloise and Reggie?
I mean, I don't think particularly there's anything that I would want to do except if she's not close-ish to me, would be to move up, if that makes sense.
Okay, you want to advance toward the newly formed divine aspect.
Because did you say she's landed?
Yes, she is on the ground.
That's canon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move up. That's all I want to do.
Reggie starts with a speech for his inspiring leader feat. So everyone gets 22 temp HP.
Very cool.
Sorry, Arby.
They don't stack.
No. I'm taking a 22.
With that, we'll go ahead and do initiative.
Are we re-rolling initiative?
You are, yes.
Okay, well, I also got a 16 this time, so.
Nice.
I did slightly better in that I got a 13.
I think I got another 27. I can't remember what it was last time, but I got a 27.
I did slightly worse and got an 11.
Old man Reggie will go last with a 9.
Okay. Eugene, once again, you are at the top of the initiative.
Alright, well, after cursing his wand, Eugene's going to go back to the tried and true. Oh God, I've lost all my words. Tried and true arrows, and we'll see what we get again.
Are you using the fancy arrows?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so first of all, I've got a 65 and a 99.
So the 65, Arkesis' physical body disappears. Don't worry about that one. That's
Okay,
fine.
good job, guys.
And I got
Win!
No,
Good job!
the body of the slain avatar disappears, is what I should have said.
Okay.
With a 99,
boy.
that creature must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Burning a legendary resistance. Let's see. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, if the target would have been instantly petrified. On any other failed save, the target is restrained. So nothing happens, but you did burn another legendary resistance, and then we'll go ahead and do the damage.
Nice.
Into it.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to reread over the accuracy thing. So that's like 30 plus, so I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, it might.
And no,
It might.
do I need to add that up then?
No, it's
Okay. You said that. I'm like, oh god. And then does a 24 hit?
fine. It does not.
All right, let me re-roll that one. That was worse. So yeah, that's like a 22. So only one hits. So that is going to be
Alfie, initiative count 20, and then it will be your turn.
24 damage.
24 damage, okay. For her legendary action, she's going to look at you, poor Eugene, and she's simply going to say, "Go to hell." I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, let me look at the map. Dang, Arby's still too far.
You could move at any time, my guy.
Is this a spell?
This is not.
Okay. Fuck.
A nat 20 plus 5.
Ayo.
I think the nat 20, I'll let you save on the nat 20.
Yes!
Nothing happens. You feel as if it gets really hot around you, and you begin to hear this infernal laughter and the feel of the wisps of flames on your body, and then nothing happens.
And then it's just Heloise giving you a pat on the back.
That's too bad. We could have met Heloise's boyfriend.
Eugene's gonna be like,
guy.
Number
Go
one, I'm
ahead.
not ready to go. Number two, I already know it's real, so you can't scare me.
Oh my god.
hence my old conversation with little Eugene.
Alfie, initiative, count 20, and then your turn.
I got a level 7 spell slot back.
Nice.
And now I'm going to burn that level 7 spell slot. Can I see her right now?
Yes.
Okay. And disintegrate.
Okay.
Dex
Saving
22.
Dex 22.
That's a
Well,
lot of ones.
she has a plus 11 to Dex, and I rolled a 9. So she will burn her last legendary resistance on this.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much is there no damage because it was a save? Right.
There is no damage, correct.
Okay.
But next round, he's getting it.
That's what they always say. Speaking of which, Tarkesis is going to use her last legendary action to breathe a 300-foot cone of chromatic breath on you with each of her heads. All of you all. I need each of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Reggie and Heloise get +7.
I'm guessing 6 does not. So legendarily resist.
Okay.
Nat 20.
25.
25 fails, nat 20 passes.
Damn.
18.
Fail.
What's the save?
Dexterity.
What's the number?
Oh, 27.
Still 27. Okay.
I literally needed a nat
Yeah,
20.
I fail. Quite bad.
If you failed, you take 63. If you passed, you take 31.
And we can't use any immunities or resistances, correct?
You cannot now.
Yay.
I pop a grape flavored hard candy.
Heloise, you're up.
Do I think that now that she is in some weird celestial form that she would be immune to sleep?
You can make another Arcana check if you'd like.
You can also ask Alfie so that he can make an Arcana check.
I mean,
Or you
Alfie's pretty far away.
Yell it.
Well, actually,
Alfie,
I
what the
should
fuck
say-
are her abilities?
a religion check would also be equally as valuable here.
Do I get a +7? Or is that just on saving throws?
That's just on saving throws.
Okay. Well, it's a 10 either way, so.
You have no clue. You have no clue at all whether this new form would be immune or not. But she is currently grounded, which means you can do the bonkin.
Yeah.
The wonky.
I'll just leave the sleep poison. I mean, I'll put it on my battle axe and I will attack.
Okay.
Is it the same to hit in her celestial form?
It is.
Okay, that's 3 hits.
Okay.
I'm adding up the damage.
Tarkesis is up next, and then Arby will be after that.
Whoa.
That is not correct. I don't know what I did, but that is not correct. I think I must have hit multiply, because I came out to 134, and that is not right. There's no way that's right. I'm just going to roll again. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because I didn't write those down.
While that's happening, who wants to roll me a d6?
I will. 1.
Okay.
That means Eugene is getting hit. That's gotta be what it means. That's an initiative hit.
Please no.
You
It's
go first in
71.
the initiative, you get fucked up.
Well, Tarkesis does not regain the use of her breath weapons.
Does anything happen with the sleep poison so that I know for the future?
You don't see anything happen.
Okay.
Let's see. However, you are currently Tarkesis' favorite target.
I love that.
So it's going to be 3 attacks against you. That is 2 hits and a crit.
I am immune to crits.
You are immune to crits, so that's just 3 normal hits.
Nice.
Look at me and my big brain. Can't do math, but I can remember my immunity to crits.
We appreciate it. I also appreciate the fact that you're taking 100 damage without the crits.
Owie.
Uh.
Ow, just
Hey,
straight
get-
100.
Get your
Yeah.
boy up here. He's
Can
big,
I get
pregnant
DM? Can I get my boy up here?
You can. I mean, Alfie can try and summon your boy through a gate spell.
Oh,
Can I bonus action text my boy?
the gate spell, which is level 9.
Can I
Mhm.
can I please do a fire signal so my shooters can pull up?
And then after that, we'll go to Arby.
In her celestial form, she's still like the size of the big dragon, right?
He is still full
Okay.
size, yes.
So can I move around her to get flanking from Heloise?
To get flanking for Heloise, you would be putting yourself precariously close to the edge of the volcano's lip. You would be putting yourself at risk of getting knocked off, but you could.
How far down is it?
No, about 300 feet.
See, that's the trick. I'm immune to fire. I'm not worried about the lava. I'm worried about getting back up.
Well, you would be falling off the side of the volcano, not into the pit.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd be falling off the side of the mountain, essentially.
well, if I fall for 10 minutes, I can summon a flying animal. Okay, then I won't do that.
I mean, Alfie can always cast Featherfall if you. You'll be out of the fight, but you won't die.
Will I fall at a rate at which I won't hit the ground for 10 minutes? Because I can be back in the fight.
I don't think this fight's gonna last 10 minutes.
More game math. Okay. Okay, I'll just do my normal.
Okay.
My normal bullshit. I did already roll, and I only rolled one of them with advantage because I knew I could at least get advantage on one of them with precise strike. And then I rolled for my dancing longsword because I'm using that as my bonus. And I got 2 hits with the dragon lance, and I missed with my longsword.
Okay. For a total of.
That part I haven't gotten to yet, but we're gonna figure it out together as a family.
Also, for both Eugene, who is summoning or controlling Bucky, and for Billy, who is voicing Bucky, we haven't done Bucky at this round, so Bucky will go before Reggie does.
That's 24 piercing damage. Do I do the force damage? Does she?
He takes force, yes.
Okay. That is 27 force damage.
Okay.
And then 42 radiant damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
I always miss that precise strike dice. 5 more piercing damage.
Okay. Eugene, what are you going to have Bucky do?
Have him get back in there and get to work. That's about all I know to tell him. We need all we
Hey,
can.
Billy, what would Bucky do to get back to work?
Well, he'd probably finish eating his soup, which he pulled out during our little free action at the beginning. And he's just gonna run up and start swinging.
Bucky will run up, make his 2 attacks, and hit one of them. And then it will go to Reggie's turn.
Reggie is pretty winded. He's gonna walk up and use his warhammer as a cane. Come up to the little feetsies of the dragon because he can't get up there anymore. And that's what he says to the feet of the dragon. Fucking dogs. And dog appears. Oh shit.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, RB.
That's not for you.
My bad. So he's gonna start taking a swing at the celestial feetsies.
Okay.
He rolled
making 16 of them or just 4 of them?
He's winded. He can only make 4. But he did roll a nat 20 at one point.
Okay.
And he did a total of 32 damage to the feet.
Very nice.
Then he's just gonna he's gonna sit on the foot. He's just gonna he's just gonna catch his breath. You guys keep going without me.
As the warhammer comes down on the celestial feet of this form of Tarkesis, and for her legendary action, you will hear as she begins to scream, and she says, "All of you are nothing but rats." She will lift herself up into the air, and she will cast Mass Polymorph.
Scruggles is Angie.
Do you do anything? She's casting a spell, Alfie.
Yes. I don't have high enough spell slot to counter that specifically, but I'm going to do an, I guess as long as it, like, if I can't reach it, it doesn't really matter what level I cast it at. I have to roll regardless, right?
You do. So
Okay.
third to 8th doesn't matter.
Then, hold on, is it 8th level?
No, it's a 9th level spell. I'm just saying.
Okay, I was going
I
to
know
say.
you don't have a 9th level spell slot currently.
If it's
is what I'm
8th.
getting at.
Yeah, I'll just do 3rd level then.
Alright, so roll a d20. You got to get a 19 on it. Oh, but it's using your ability check, so you add 5. So you have to get a 14 on the die.
Why do I add 5?
Because you get to use your spell casting ability, which is intelligence.
Oh,
unless you-
okay. That's +6.
Okay, so you have to get 13 on the die.
Come on, baby. Oh, cunt. Oh my god, it was on a 14 and it rolled over to 4.
So now I need every one of you to make me a wisdom saving throw, DC 27.
What the fuck?
Net 20 plus 11.
You're good?
Do I
Reggie
get a
and
plus 7
Heloise,
to this?
Also nat 20 plus 11.
You definitely get you definitely get that.
Reggie's good.
Oh, thank God.
This is a spell, right?
It is.
I got a 27 with the plus 7.
Eloise is good. Eugene?
Eugene's just going to try and hang in there with this one. He only got a 7.
Okay. Harvey?
I hit a 27 exactly. That one was close. I have a plus 15 to wisdom. That one was close.
So everyone but Eugene is fine. You watch as Eugene gets turned into a very large rat.
Oh,
Uh,
sweet poor rats.
Where are we in the initiative?
This was Tarkesis' last legendary action, and it's going to Eugene, who is now a rat.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Mage Slayer to make an attack.
Are you going to throw a javelin? Because she took off when she did this.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll throw a javelin.
Okay.
May as well try. I failed.
So Eugene has the hit points and mental ability scores, as well as the physical ability scores of a rat.
I love that for him.
I don't know how to make rat noises, so we'll just leave it at that.
So So what is
I
Rat
love the
Eugene?
full send. Well done.
I love that there's so many rats.
I wish I would have turned
Mine
into
was
a rat.
Scruggles talking to Eugene.
Yeah, where is Scruggles in the initiative order? Can he just tell Eugene what happened?
Eugene was a rat the whole time.
So Eugene, you do keep your personality though. So what would you do?
I mean, Eugene, I wish people could see the map, but Alfie and I are like side by side, so I'm just gonna start running circles around him because I'm freaked out.
Like it? Okay.
All 30 feet.
Alfie takes a legendary action and lets Scruggles out of his hat to communicate with Eugene.
Yes, peak content, yes.
How does Scruggles? What does Scruggles impose on Eugene? Impart. What knowledge does he impart?
Scruggles tries to calm Eugene, telling him that he is currently a rat, but not to fret. Either he will no longer be a rat soon by Tarkesis' spell ending or her dying, and if he does remain a rat, then Alfie will later fix it.
Well, speaking of Alfie fixing things, it's initiative count 20 and then Alfie's turn.
Okay. Fuck. Alright, well, Alfie just got back his 3rd level spell slot, which is useless. And he is going to cast an 8th level Disintegrate.
DC 22.
Yep, Dex.
Fail.
100 damage.
Not gone yet. As the Disintegrate hits Tarkesis, you catch her directly in the chest. The divine light that's in her begins to rip apart and crackle, and you watch as part of her physical form just disappears, fades away into an inky black nothingness. She lets out multiple roars of pain. This time, though, they do not come in unison. They're scattered and jumbled.
Alright. Alfie's gonna take a little nap, guys. He's pretty tired after all these high-level spells.
Reggie looks back at Alfie when they're just thinking about the nap.
Alfie nods at Reggie in understanding.
Heloise, you're up.
Is she still up in the air?
She is.
Like, how high in the air?
Like 45 feet?
That's such a shame because I already rolled for battle axe hits. And it was so fucking good because I hit 6 times and critted.
Well, you could also hold your action and see if Reggie or Arby would be willing to toss you up there.
Holy shit, I'll do that. I'm right here with Reggie, so I'll get Reggie to do it.
Reggie's happy to do so.
Fuck yeah.
Well, if you're holding, Tarkesis is going to use a legendary action. And she is going to begin to make the earth beneath you shake. She is casting Earthquake at 8th level. Are you going to do anything about that, Alfie?
Why the hell are you looking at Alfie? Yeah.
You're the only one with counterspell. That's
Yeah,
why.
counterspell.
You're the only one that fucking can.
What level?
3rd.
Okay, roll 4. 12 on the dice.
Fucking cunt.
You said a swear?
Nothing I haven't said this entire.
You can't swear. This is a podcast.
I do not succeed.
Okay, I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Motherfucker.
Reggie and Heloise get +7.
Can we not do. Can we have another fucking, like, wisdom saving throw for once?
Yeah, I'll actually go look up a spell just for you.
Is this a spell?
Well,
26.
hold on.
This is a spell
Hmm?
within 5 feet of me.
No, because the spell's not originating from within 5 feet of you.
But if it's an earthquake, it has an epicenter where it's originating from, and it was cast at Heloise's feet.
You know,
Rat.
technically.
I'm just
Just
saying.
for-
I'm just saying. You know, 'cause
Just for that, you're getting a finger of death.
But I roll advantage on the saving this one.
Everyone get.
Reggie rolled an 18.
26.
27.
Rat Eugene is hoping that a 25 is sufficient.
Well, the DC's 27. What'd you get, Alfie?
Woohoo!
But all it does right now is fissures will begin to open up next round. For this round, all it does is knock you prone if you got below a 27. And Reggie's already on his back.
Damn.
Eugene's stunned yet again, in his mind is thinking, "Oh man!"
Which is not a hindrance to Reggie throwing Heloise either. Because I'm imagining that Heloise doesn't get thrown as much as foot on feet kicks into the air.
Yes. Absolutely.
Before we get there, though, we do have to get to Arby first. Or actually, Tarkesis and then Arby.
The earthquake wasn't her turn.
That was her legendary action.
Oh, goddamn.
She's going to lower herself by 15 feet to get to 30, and she's going to tail whip into Eugene, hoping to send him flying. That is, let's see, miss on the claw, miss on the bite, hit on the tail.
I would have rather either of the other two, but the tail.
See, you take 19 damage, which is enough to knock you out of rat form. You take 8 damage to your actual HP, and then you go flying across the volcanic mountaintop and are thrown. Where are you at? And are thrown into the wall.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
You're not
I was a
thrown
little
off.
scared.
I was gonna say I have Featherfall ready.
And now we'll
Maybe
go
if,
to,
if I was, I'll pull a Arby and pray that I fall for 10 minutes so he can come save me.
Arby, it's your turn.
Well, this is really awkward because what I had planned was to hit Mouse Eugene with the crossbow. Hold on. She's 30 feet in the air.
That is correct.
Okay. I'll throw javelins, and if she's only 30 feet in the air, my long sword can hit her.
Okay.
Does a 30 hit?
It does.
Okay, I hit on one of the javelins and the long sword.
For a total of
7 piercing on the javelin. I'll do all the radiant together at the end.
okay.
8 slashing on that longsword.
Okay.
I remembered this time. Ooh. 6 more slashing on the longsword. That's the one I used my precise strike on this turn.
Okay.
49 radiant.
With that, it goes to Reggie and Heloise's turn. Well, Reggie's turn to see if Reggie will throw Heloise.
Yes.
Cool.
Reggie,
The shortest Reggie dialogue we've ever gotten.
Reggie, go ahead and make me the athletics check.
I'm so
Fine.
scared.
28.
So with the last set of attacks by Arby, Arby's javelin and the sword both find true in the widening, missing chunk of Tarkesis' chest, making it almost large enough for a person. As Heloise rights herself and runs up to Reggie, all the leg muscles that Reggie has kick off, and Heloise, you go flying in toward Tarkesis, into the wispy maw that has developed into her chest. Make your attacks.
Good band name, Wispy Maw.
Well, saving those that I had, I do the first set of attacks, and I am able to make contact 3 times. And then, emboldened by the fact that Heloise just went soaring through the air, and this is so badass, she could just pass away from how badass it is. She action surges and hits 3 more times for a total of 153 damage.
Fuck.
How would you like to kill Tarkesis?
I want Heloise, once she makes contact with that hole, to fly inside of it and just go into a frenzy with her battle axe, hitting over and over and over, just absolutely demolishing the inside of Tarkesis. And then, after she's been demolished, come out on the other side like a bullet, like an exit wound, and land triumphantly.
The force of Reggie's kick launches you into the air. Before you even finish taking off with the momentum, the axe in your hand, you begin to spin it. And as you launch, the blade just continues. You're almost corkscrewing through the form. Everyone on the outside begins to see cracks appear in the skin of the divine Tarkesis. Parts of her fly off left and right. The lesser heads, the heads that aren't the red dragon heads, begin to pop and explode. And then out the backside, through the exit wound, you see Heloise very gracefully make a land. All the bits and pieces that have started to explode off of Tarkesis freeze midair. It's like everything is suspended for a moment. And then you watch just as quickly as they begin to shoot back in toward the form. Now, though, instead of a divine light, this wispy, inky blackness that you saw originally pouring out from the maw that was the hole in Tarkesis' chest. Alfie, make me an Arcana check. And Arby, make me a religion check.
Oh boy.
18.
I got a nat 1.
Oh.
I'm back, baby.
Arby, you're not quite sure what's going on. Alfie, this is an immense amount of magical energy that is coalescing into a single point. This is unstable and will not last. It will explode, and it will explode outward.
We should leave.
You have one action each before it happens.
Arby runs to get Sella's body.
Okay, so Arby has picked up Sella's body.
Reggie's going to Alfie. Alfie's gonna do some shit.
Yep. Absolutely.
Heloise?
Alfie, having said that, she's going to run towards Alfie, assuming that he's going to do something.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Well,
It's a 1.
your
It's a
water
1.
begins to break.
Oh my god.
Add 7. Add 7.
Your water still begins to break. Eugene?
Now roll for dilation.
I'm already near Alfie, so like he was doing in rat form, I'm just going to start running around him again. And like, well, go ahead and tell us what it is.
Bucky starts skipping around, following Eugene.
No second heroic act by Bucky. Okay.
You know, he's hanging around.
And then, Alfie, what are you doing? Everyone but Heloise has gotten close to you.
Everyone has made a move but me, right?
Yep.
And so at the end of my turn, is this shit exploding?
It is.
Okay.
No pressure.
Since it is my turn, and throughout the rounds right before my turn, it has always been initiative count 20.
You can have your initiative count 20, yes. With the dice roll.
Well, let's hope I roll an 8 or a 7, guys.
Oh.
I'll be fine. Probably. I'll come back in a week. 7. Teleport.
Yeah.
Everyone but Heloise gets teleported.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
As
Oh,
you...
whoops.
The baby
So
get
wait.
teleported?
So could she not move because her water broke?
That's exactly what happened, yeah.
Okay.
As the teleport spell goes off. Everyone make a perception check.
I'm good at those.
You are so good at those.
13.
Keep being good.
I got a 19.
Oh my god.
28.
Fuck you.
36.
I was gonna say I'm sorry, Eric.
Alfie?
13.
So anyone who cares to look back at Heloise as the spell is going off, you watch as Heloise gets engulfed by a pillar of fire.
She's immune to fire, isn't she? I'm just asking.
Can I
That's,
roll
that's
Arcana?
not Reggie asking, that's Billy asking.
You can roll a religion check or an arcana check.
25.
You believe that some kind of infernal magic has happened to save her. Now, whether the source of that
I
magic was
wonder.
within her or if that source of magic was external, you're not sure.
Alfie cast counterspell.
Oh no!
That would totally just take care of Alfie's entire issue, actually. Alfie's over there considering it. Where did you teleport everyone but Heloise to?
Murder home.
Okay, so as you return to the murder home, about 3 seconds later, you begin to feel the earth shake, and he watches this sonic boom spreads over everything, rattling the walls, shaking the ground. Eggs go flying off the shelves. Coolfast is standing there, cookies in hand. He says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who was this? And where is Heloise?
Oh, is Bucky with us?
Oh,
okay.
my name is Bucky Honey Betty. You have any super?
I can make some soup. But where's Heloise?
She was raptured away.
Raptured is certainly a word for it.
by her child's father.
By her baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
I hate saying baby daddy.
So she's safe.
I mean, as safe as you can be, being in a relationship with Mephistopheles in the eighth
Yeah,
level
is
of
that safe?
hell.
We never really talked about that.
I guess.
Is it over?
By it you mean the campaign? Yes.
End.
I
By
actually like that.
by it you mean Tarkesis and all of the chaos surrounding Tarkesis? Yes. Well, there will probably be ripple effects, but yes.
I have you this. For everyone else, he hands out cookies, and for Reggie a soup, for Bucky a soup. He hands you Tanner's head, though.
Oh, thank you, Ghoulfast. I assume you still have its body.
Maybe.
Ghoulfast, I told you I'm torturing him for eternity. Where is his body?
He goes downstairs to the ghoul pits and pulls out a ghoulified body.
That's fine. You think that you can instill some of his personality into him, correct?
Well, I figured you would reanimate the head fully and attach it to the corpse.
Yeah.
I figured that would be pretty hellacious.
Yeah, that is pretty hellacious. Good thinking.
So, what are we all going to do now? I mean, I have a feeling that I may not see some of you again for a while.
Alfie turns to the rest of the group. For any of you who would like to come with me, I will be searching for the plane of existence that our friend Buckaroo here currently resides on.
I'm right here.
Bucky, you begin to fade back out of existence, the spell being over.
Is he getting Thanos snapped?
You are, yeah.
We'll find the real you soon.
I say, and I will be searching for a way to break his curse. Any of you who wish to join me may. Any of you who do not, save Arbalest, I will be giving you a means of communication with me, so that if ever you are in need of help, if ever you need mine or Ghoulfast's assistance in any way, you may contact us. As for Arbalest, and Alfie will turn to Arby, I appreciate the friendship that has formed between the two of us, despite all of our vast differences. You have been a great friend to me, and I hope that to some degree I have returned the favor. But out of respect for you, your goddess, and your faith, I will be severing our friendship.
Arby is kind of just in a 1,000-yard stare. He is picking soot and ash out of Sella's hair.
Yeah.
And he just kind of says, "Tell Bucky I'm sorry I couldn't help him. I've got things to take care of. I hope we can stay in touch." And he just starts walking with Sella back to Calaman.
And Alfie looks to Reggie and Eugene and says, "First, Eugene, would you like to join me in our search for Buckaroo?"
Absolutely. I gotta meet my old friend again.
Reggie, I
Reggie,
know you
Reggie
don't.
immediately interrupts you. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, okay. All right. And so Alfie is going to break the tip off of his skeletal hand, break the tip off of a finger of a skeletal hand, and hand the fingertip to Reggie and say, "If you ever need me or Ghoulfast, use this."
Reggie puts it in a little locket. He puts it in his wallet, actually. It has a picture of him and all of his grandnieces and one of each of you guys. And he puts it in the little zipper compartment.
Arby opens the door of his home. The familiar sound of laughter coming from upstairs makes his heart swell. He follows it and leans against the doorway, taking in the scene. Sella plays with Culver, the oldest boy, and the young twin girls, Ingrid and Adelaide, and Dog barks playfully, licking at their faces. As they run around the room, their blonde hair leaves streaks of light reflecting the fire from the hearth. He stands there, taking it all in, letting everything resonate in his soul, his heart fluttering in time with the steps of their little feet on the wooden floor. The baby in his crib begins to fuss. His family notices him now, as he instinctively moves across the room and hoists Anders to his chest, carefully pulling his half cape around his armor so the plate isn't too hard against his little scrunched up cheeks. The other kids swarm on him, cheering at his arrival. Sella walks to him and brushes her hand against his neck in affection, knowing she won't get close enough for a hug or a kiss with the children wrapped around his legs. Arby closes his eyes. He wills her to kiss him, to feel her against his face again. His heart drops as he realizes it won't happen. His eyes open in stinking tears in the dull light of a fire. He sits upright, turning away from his traveling companion, but not hiding that he's woken up.
His companion sees him stirring and plays her lute a little louder now. She knows the melody will remind him of home, a song their mother used to sing them. She plays it by heart, adding in her own style, bidding the campfire to dance, shrouding her brother's armor in dull golden light. She wants him to be a champion again.
I'll take watch. Arby stands up, walks towards his companion. Her tawny brown hair recedes into the shadows, a raven black, and her big blue eyes look at him with sorrow.
She grabs his hand, which tenses in her grip as Arby realizes it was trembling. I know, Arby. I'm not her. I'm not them. She sees a look of shock, a new anguish in his eyes. I know traveling with your kid sister isn't the same. I wanted adventure and excitement, and the more I've been around, I want you to feel better. You don't have to hide it all.
That's... Sonique, I couldn't have done this without you. Whatever I'm feeling, I'm not trying to hide it from you, I'm just trying not to feel it at all. Arby plops himself on the ground, sitting on his knees, and pulls his sister into his arms. I'm so sorry if it's made you feel any worse. You aren't them, you're you, and I have never, not once, wished that you weren't. The two of them sit for a moment, feeling the warmth of the fire, a warmth neither of them have shared together in a while. The pain in his heart swells again. No more Chadwicks feeling like they aren't enough. That can't be his private legacy. Arby nods Sonique to her bedroll before wiping a tear from her cheek. Get some rest. My watch. As she nestles into her bedroll, he steels himself. No chinks in the armor. Don't think about it. Focus on the task at hand.
In the first few years after the defeat of Tarkissus, Arby followed whispers of Soth's remaining Death Knights, killing them one by one as penance for allowing Alfie's rise to Lichdom. Always facing off in ferocious combat, he was even reckless. At first, it reminded him of his own mortality, of joining his brothers. But having his sister present reminded him of all that he still had left to lose, all of his friends. Alfie was right all along, whether Arby knew it or not. Arby wouldn't stop until this was finished. He couldn't, because what would happen if he stopped? If he thought about anything, any of the loss? No. He had to finish what he started, see it through, and all he could do was hope, once it was done, that he still had the strength to put it behind him, to feel it all and hope it didn't break him, to move on. Bound by oath and forged in fire and signed by blood, Heloise Lionette returned to the hills to reunite with Mephistopheles, along with Beluda, the prophesied magical prodigy of her twins. To ensure his survival and safety, Heloise leaves behind Eridan, the weaker of her two children, on the doorstep of Alfie's murder home, as Mephistopheles released him from the contract, allowing for his life to be lived outside of the hills. Recognizing that Alfie was once as frail and unprotected as her son, Heloise delivers her child to her trusted, treasured wizard friend, and Gulfast the Bone Devil, his butler, with the hope that Alfie's newfound lichdom would offer her son knowledge. After the companions part, Alfie takes his murder home and moves it far away to Ice Reach, with only Gulfast. Alfie allows Gulfast to see the rest of their former companions, along with Rookledust whenever they wish, and Gulfast is more than happy to spend eternity assisting Alfie with his desires. For the next 15 years, Alfie spends all of his free time searching for Bucky, accompanied by Eugene for much of it. After he finds Bucky and the curse has been broken, he sends Bucky back to Krynn, specifically to Arby. Reggie, thinking of retirement, begins to travel to the home of the dwarves under the mountains to the north of Krynn. On the way there, Reggie suffers a heart attack, but is too cantankerous to die, and he is returned to Krynn by the dwarven gods. Over the years, Reggie, now Professor Regron Goblinbane, developed a close-knit group of students who admired not only his combat prowess, but his unwavering sense of honor and his unyielding determination to protect the realm. As these years passed, Regron Goblinbane became a beloved figure not only within the academy, but into the entire city of Forgeholm. He continued to contribute to the defense of the realm by advising the king's leaders on military strategy, and his wisdom was sought after even by the most seasoned of generals. In the twilight of his years, Regron reflected on his journey from a battle-hardened dwarf fighter to a respected professor and mentor. He had found a new purpose, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, and ensuring that the kingdom would always have capable leaders and defenders. Reggie, passed away peacefully in his bed next to the warm hearth, his mighty warhammer, once used in battle, now hanging over his mantle. His nephews and nieces, grandnephews and grandnieces, students, colleagues, and even his friends surrounded him. Arby of House Chadwick and Bucky, having cleansed the lands of the remnants of Lord Thoth's evil and the evil of his Death Knight followers, retired to the lands of House Chadwick. After many peaceful years there, Arby passed, but not before he and Alfie made amends. Bo, Lord of Calaman and Knight of the Rose, was left to plan the funeral. Thousands were counted in attendance, among them a shadowy-robed figure and an abnormally tall and bony woman who brought enough cookies for all in attendance and who could not stop herself from crying. Arby was given a beautiful burial on Chadwick lands. It is said that Broncala herself made an appearance, though that may be more myth and legend than fact. Lavish with treasures for his burial, none would have meant as much to Arby as the large steel piece that Eugene laid upon his chest. Bucky, his life abnormally extended by the traces of fey magic, and Eugene with his elven blood, spent their twilight years traveling Krynn. Having slain dragons and defeated gods, the stories are spread far and wide. For Bucky, this is a redemption of the failures of his past, especially in the form of the many shrines to Dickon spread across Krynn, and for the number of orphanages he founded for fey creatures. For Eugene, he is never without a place to call home or for people to call him friend. Eugene is beloved, and much to his chagrin, a number of future heroes are named Eugene in his honor. Finally, embracing her darkness, Heloise drinks in the beautiful, undying pain of the hills, where she fancies abyssal chickens and learns the poisons of that land. Forever, she will rule in hell at Mephistopheles' side. Over the next several thousand years, his friends no longer alive, Alfie is left alone, and any shred of humanity he once held is finally lost. Never satisfied, never satiated, Alfie begins to work on his ascension to godhood. His only distraction, the never-ending torture of Tanner, the traitor's black-robed mage. During his travels with Sonique, Arby could not help but think of the friends that he had left behind and had not seen, as he traveled across the land of Krynn, ridding it of the evils of Soth and his knights. One day, after a particularly brutal fight, Arby, patching his wounds, took out ink and quill and parchment and wrote a letter.
My dearest friend, I forgive you. I'll never understand why you never put faith in your friends. I'll never understand why you felt the need to resort to such lengths, whether to defend us or save yourself. But I forgive you. I don't need to understand to know that you have done what you felt you've needed to do. According to the gods, the ends don't justify the means. The gods don't understand that we are all just mortals and we are so often pushed to extremes due to the things they have allowed to persist, even more so in their absence. The gods worry that we are unworthy. Sometimes the worthy are merely those that take control of things around them. And I hope you forgive me for failing you, for failing Sela. You shouldn't have felt the need to take the reins as you did, and I hope that one day society and the gods themselves will understand why. All I know is I don't need to understand. And I hope that's enough to ensure you that, for what it's worth, your personal dumb idiot paladin finds you worthy. with all the complications that implies. I hope in time others come to see your worth, your ambitions, your fierce defense of your friends, the good you've done for the realm, however indirectly it may seem. You are more than your robes. You will always be my brother, and she will always be in my heart. Arby.
Alfie never did respond to that letter with a letter of his own. But one day, a sunny, beautiful day in the early spring, a skeletal bird did appear at Arby's window, carrying a small leather pouch. In it, though it had no name on it, was a small bone, the tip of a finger. And that's all Arby needed to know. Hey everyone, DM Steven here. I just wanted to say thank you from the entire High Anxiety crew. If you enjoy what we're doing and would like to see more in the future, subscribe to the podcast, follow us on our social media, and check out the individual projects of our members, all found in our show description.